Hey man, it's Stephen Morvant here. I'm your host this week for next week now. I thought I had tonight off, so I made some special brownies, but then I got called in, so I guess I'm giving you dudes the scoop for this week. So Tom DeLonge, former member of the band Blink-182, recently released government videos of a UFO. Got some edible stuck in my teeth. U.S. Navy spokesperson Joe Gradisher confirmed in early September, preceding the Area 51 standing around party, that the objects seen in 3 clips of declassified military footage are in fact unidentified aerial phenomenon. This is official confirmation, has raised many questions, such as, are the aliens still with us? Seem like a groovy bunch, I hope so. Were they grateful for our efforts at the so-called raid? And finally, why the hell won't the Navy just call it a UFO? The craft was described by U.S. fighter pilots as having an unusual pill-like shape. We here at Next Week Now have a few theories for what this could mean. This could be a matrix-revealing red pill, meaning these aliens are incredibly woke and trying to get us sheeple to wake the hell up. And when the vessel is captured, tested with human consumption, the human race will collectively wake up from the simulation we all live in and band together to take down Matrix, as well as all become as chill as my man Keanu Reeves. Oh wow, I'm so high right now. It could be that an asylum seeker tried to pole vault over the allegedly impenetrable border wall and just kept flying. You know, my man, immigrants, heart of the country. While the Border Patrol scrambles to try and catch him out of the air, put him in another child cage, because, you know, Republicans love doing that. The pole vaulter will eventually fly far enough to where he will cross the United States entirely and eventually land in Canada, where he'll be escorted to safety. In response to this, President Trump will have to amend his border policy to specify that while he wants no more immigrants to enter the U.S., they're not allowed to go anywhere else either, because that's cheating. Our most viable theory is that this aircraft is not alien, but pills dropped from the Menacet cabinet from the true wokeness god. This could present a myriad of, can't even say that, wow, dilemmas which will have incredible far-reaching consequences. For example, if the pill's NyQuil, it might relieve the Earth's feverish climate and solve pollution issues by disinfecting the atmosphere, making the ice caps take a much-needed nap. Now that we're moving into the cold and flu season, this deific disinfectant will finally end the common cold and flu once and for all. This will be an incredible boon to medical professionals around the globe, but school children in the world will rise up and protest, like they do, of God for taking away their excuse to stay home and play Minecraft. This will be when God will truly leave us for good this time, and the world will collectively eat a breakup pint of ice cream. However, if it's an Adderall, the planet's rotation speed up could increase to levels that will reduce the effect of gravity on the human population. If left unchecked, the planet will speed up to the point that only those humans with a BMI of 25 or higher will be heavy enough not to be flung into the far reaches of outer space. Outer space. This will then usher in a new age for the human race. As with the lack of world population, the remaining humans will flourish in the abundance of resources for those who are left. On the plus side, body image and obesity stereotypes will no longer have any further hold on the popular mindset, and world peace will be ensured. The most catastrophic possibility is that this may all be part of a universe-spanning game of, who's that little guy I always see running around? Dr. Mario. And our planet's a virus. If this is true, then our planet is simply the next in line on the way to a new high score and bragging rights for God in a celestial edition of Nintendo Power. This story really reminds me of why I don't like the government, man. They're way too straight edge. I think if God wants to play a big game of Dr. Mario and human existence, can't blame him. Who am I to say otherwise? I'm just a small, insignificant being in this world, dude. Anyway, here's some more small, insignificant beings. Kids in prison. An officer in Orlando, Florida arrested 2 kids, age 6 and 8, after they threw a tantrum and kicked one of the staff members of their school. This resulted with the kids being charged with battering. We here at Next Week Now predict that this incident will lead to the development of deep-seated issue in our society, the preschool to prison pipeline. Okay, wow, I just read that. No longer is it just a slap on the wrist. They're now sent to hard time, out corner. That's right, folks. If you mess with kindergarten cops, nowadays you're on a one-way track to the nightmarish prison for kiddos. Conditions in kid prison are as one might think. No more Capri Suns or Lunchables, no hanging from the monkey bars, and absolutely no, damn that's good, force fields allowed in toy fights. They only allowed one 20-minute recess, mandatory nap time, and incomplete crayon sets where no crayon matches any conceivable skin tone. How can we be expected to use gold and yellow? My skin is not gold and yellow. This isn't The Simpsons. Anyways, there will be a charge of demeanor for the troubled kids, but not a swing towards the better. Worried officials and school security guards point out that the now prison-hardened toddlers and 10-year-olds coming out of these conditions are more likely to not only throw a tantrum and kick again, but to take life to the streets and become repeat offenders. Toddlers who get locked up again quickly take over these prisons. Jimmy runs, a little joint over in Huntsville now. Little Bill becomes my dealer. Timmy uses his spoon shank on Big Boss to prove to the other prisoners that they are in fact his bottom bitches. Here comes the airplaning into his gut time after time, while the guards he bought off turned a blind eye to the slaughter. And don't y'all even get me started on the whole shower situation. Soon the geopolitical landscape gets shifted as the ill-gotten gains of the little criminals flow into politics. Puppet politicians promising less nap time and more recess quickly get money from super powerful PACs paid into by new criminal lords of the criminal underground. Soon a coup of the grown-ups and a last-minute attempt to maintain power tries to take down the puppet government. This armed revolution ends with the adults being defeated by the military-backed kids, enforcing mandatory nap time for all those over the age of 12. All right, says damn near everyone. Man, all this talking's making me real hungry. You know what would be great right now? A good old fast food prank with those two goofballs. Keegan Zipper and Logan Longoria.